go. We're gonna fly out to, I don't even know what these lakes are called. Fly out to a lake. Gonna do a quick hand launch here. And here we go. Again, a little bit of height, not too high. Actually had to get Lance approval for this flight. Drop this camera down. I believe there's 2 lakes. There's like 5 or 6 little lakes here in the Prescott area, and I can't remember each name. I think there's Willow Creek, and then I just can't remember. So there's one that's going to come up on the right, I think, once we get over this little ridge. It's kind of off in the distance, and then there's one straight ahead. One straight ahead, I have clearance to get just into it. But I don't know if I can hit that distance, I'll be honest with you. Satellites, 93% battery. A little bit of a breeze, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the drone at all. So we're making our way out there. I'm going to double check my return to home. I think that's okay. And let's change some camera settings briefly. Give it closer to 0. There we are. This is a DJI Mini SE, so I don't have a lot of camera options. YouTube is my friend and kind of teaching me how to use them, or use the camera settings. So we can see a lake coming up on the right, 89% battery. On that lake off in the distance, I just don't think we're going to be able to make it. We'll do a flyby. This first lake, with the intent of still heading towards that further one. And we'll just see. I'm gonna turn the drone around, probably at like 65%, 63% battery. We'll take a look at, if I'm in the green or not, or how much green is left. Some power lines coming below. Obviously, I'm above them. Drop this camera down a little bit more. %, power. two range extenders I'm using. The parabolic reflectors, as well as the Yagis. The Mini SE seems to be locked in at 5.8 gigahertz, so I have the 5.8 gigahertz version of the Yagis. My range just is pretty good, about 11,500 feet, maybe 12,000 if my battery permits. Alright, we're gonna start rotating but moving in the same direction. Kind of see this lake. I feel dumb. What is this thing? I can't remember what this lake is called. %78 battery. RC signal seems to be good. Just a beautiful lake. I don't know if we tilt down, I don't think anyone's on the lake quite yet. With that, I think we'll start pointing back over. Can't drop too much lower in elevation here. You can see wait for this traffic to pass me. You can see that I'm only at about 60 feet, 61 feet, but I'm way higher than that because I took off on a cliff in a sense. 71%. I'm going to be paying real close attention to my battery right now. 11,300 feet in distance. 70. We're not going to hit that 68%. Can we hit 12,000 feet though and hit a new record with these Yagis and parabolics? And we're going to turn around and hightail it right back. 68%. And in the 12,000, we are coming back. Gonna beeline it. In the red, not even the orange, which is terrifying. Really hoping we get into the green here. %. Oh, there we go, into the green. Out of the green. We are looking like we're coming with the wind a little bit faster, which is going to help us quite a bit. Of course, that goes away. Now we're fighting the wind, must be swirling. You can see that battery is just dancing between green and red. Or green and orange. There is orange, I should say. I think we're going to make it. Not too bad. 12,000 feet. Definitely over 2 miles, 61%. We are just gonna cook it straight back. I think we're coming in at an angle a bit. Well, note to self, we can't hit that far lake from here. Hitting some interference here. This high altitude warning you're seeing up here is really just a warning about thin air. Obviously, you can see them 60 feet in the air. It has to do with where I live. I live in Prescott, Arizona, and our starting elevation is about 5,000 feet, and so it's just a warning. It says, hey, like, air's thinner, your braking distance is going to be greater. 55% battery. Still over a mile away. This neighborhood we're kind of flying over, it's called the Yavapai Hills. And just great views throughout. So it's actually where I'm standing on the side of the road in the neighborhood where there's an empty lot. I'm sure it's for sale if you want to build on the side of a hill. Let's adjust our camera here. Gonna bring us down slightly in altitude. See that green bar in my battery just growing, which is great. You can see the until return to home is kind of hovering about the same time, dropping a little bit obviously, but that's not too bad. As long as that green bar keeps growing, we're going to be okay. I do believe it 20% battery remaining no matter what. We start hitting an emergency kind of state. Just as a heads up, if it was obvious I wasn't going to make it home, if the drone wasn't going to make it, I would have gained in altitude and then start looking for a place to land. Obviously you can see there's roads for the neighborhood off to the left. I would have been able to land there. Ideally I would have been searching for a place out of the way where a vehicle's not going to hit it, someone's not going to find it, but someplace I can land it and then could be there within 10 minutes to pick it up. Alright, we're about a half mile away. 42% battery. That's plenty. Again, hitting 18 miles an hour, so we're getting a gentle push. Let's just see what that battery looks like still. Yeah, return to home 3 minutes. It's not too bad. Start coming back up in altitude. Just a little bit. I do believe right between these houses here at this lot. Let's bring this camera up a little bit. We're gonna catch this drone. There's too much traffic on the street to land. So we're gonna come up a little bit higher. Yeah, I think you might be able to see me standing there. That is me standing there. You can start to hear the drone now. And we're going to switch to line of sight and bring it in for a landing. We got some people watching, so I'm gonna rotate this around so it's guaranteed I know how to control this guy. And we're gonna start bringing it down and back. Sometimes it's easier for landing if I orientate it the way that I'm facing. A bird checking me out briefly. Get away from him. All right, good flight, guys.